So if you're anything like me, which you probably aren't, but maybe you are, you once used to read a lot. Probably in grade school, you know, from the time like you really learned how to read up until 5th, 6th, 7th grade, probably read like a ton of books because you had the time to. And then you hit like college, high school even, and a bunch of like stuff happened. Extracurriculars, required reading, essays, textbooks, you know, like it just became a chore. It was no longer a fun thing that you did in your free time, and now your free time is being taken up with a bunch of other things. Maybe you got out of school and realized, oh man, I would really like to read for fun again. Maybe you found it difficult to because life and work and stuff. Well, if you are looking for ways to fall back in love with reading, I've got 12 of them. I know how many fingers I have. Number 1, pick things that you actually enjoy reading. Seems kind of like a given, right? But like, think about it. Like, there's so much out there, and you hear about all popular stuff, and maybe like you feel pressure to read that, or things that have been recommended to you, or the things that you used to enjoy when you were younger. Forget all that. Actually ask yourself, what is it that you enjoy reading? And if you're not really sure, think about what you like to watch, because I guarantee you probably watch stuff. And if you don't, then good on you, I guess. Nonfiction, fiction, romance, action, horror, thriller, a mix of a bunch of things. You have to like sample. It's like trying different ice cream flavors. I feel like this is like all common knowledge, but I'm saying it anyway because it's important, and we sometimes don't even think about like, why am I reading what I'm reading? Number 2, clear your TBR list. If you don't know what a TBR list is, it's to be read. So it's just a list of books that you want to read. It's very common for like people that want to read a lot, and they just keep adding to this list, and it just piles up and piles up. And if you're anything like me, which maybe you are, but maybe you're not, then you never actually get to the books on your TBR list. You just pick other ones or forget that you have it. So get rid of it. If it's like a mental block to you and you're like, oh man, I don't want to pick up this book because I have so many on my TBR I need to read, just clear the queue, or pick a few that like you know you really, really want to read, and then get rid of the rest. Clear the TBR. It will save your life. Literally. Number 3 is think about your format, because there's more than one format. Not only do you got hardcover versus softcover, paperback, hardcover versus paperback, you have audiobooks and ebooks, and it's okay if you like one more than the other. Some people can't do ebooks. I can't read off a tablet. I mean, I do, or on my computer. I don't have a tablet. I read off my computer, but it's not how I prefer it. Some people like that. So actually, like, think about what format you prefer. You don't have to like check out physical books if you don't like them, and you don't have to read them off of your phone or your computer if you don't like that either. Make it work for you. Number 4, set a designated time. Because if you don't schedule it, you probably won't do it, especially if you find it hard to find the time. So like, pick a time that works for you. I'm gonna freaking stop doing this. Find a time where you can sit down and enjoy it. And this will probably like build a habit if you do it really often, because that's how habits work. And like, don't feel like you have to sit for like an hour and read, okay? 30 minutes, 15 minutes. Personally, I can't really do one thing for very long, usually, so I don't read for like more than maybe half an hour at a time. And that is okay. You have a life, you have things to do. So reading is just like one little small part of that, and I guarantee you, like, you can probably find some free time in those hours that you spend watching YouTube or Netflix or Hulu. Yeah, no judgment here, because that's exactly what I do. Number 5, make it fun and relaxing. Reading is a recreational event, and unless you're reading something like really intense or like really steamy, you're probably going to want to be relaxed. So make it relaxing. There's a reason why people are all like, oh, I love curling up in my favorite chair with my cat or my dog and a nice hot cup of tea or a nice cup of iced tea since it's getting warm. And I'm like, really getting warm in the sweater, guys. Like, this was a bad idea. Number 6, go through the books you currently own and play a little game my mom used to call Keep and Go. Whenever she was about to do a garage sale and wanted to get rid of our toys, she'd make it a game. She was good at that. She would turn like boring things into games. Go through the books that you own. You don't have to be crazy like me and read all of them, okay? I'm starting to like regret my life decisions over here. But if you own a lot of books that you haven't read and you don't think you ever will read, go through those first. Get rid of the ones that you know you're not ever going to read or that you don't like. And then maybe you'll find some in there that you realize you do want to read, and you can start there, especially if like you don't have access to a library right now, or you really like those nice hardcover books or paperback, softcover, whatever you want to call them, books that you can take anywhere and not worry about when they're due back. Oh, number 7. Number 7 is it's not that big of a deal. This is going to seem really counterintuitive, but people act like reading or like reading a lot is like the biggest thing in the world. It's not, okay? Unless you're like a book critic or a book reviewer, like it's not your job. This is like for recreation and educational endeavors. So like, don't act like you're some kind of failure if you don't read that much or don't read that day when you said you would, especially if like you have bigger priorities, like you got a family to take care of and a job. Like, sort out your priorities. Reading's probably gonna fall on like the middle to bottom of the list. Like, you know, be very thankful if you have a lot of time to read. That's awesome. But if you don't, attend to those things that are important first. And reading comes somewhere towards the bottom. Number 8, it is okay to DNF a book. What is DNF? Did not finish. You hear it a lot in like the booktube community. It's when you bail in the middle of a book. I am the queen of DNFing books. I DNF, I think, more books than I actually finish. And it is okay because your time is limited and precious, and you do not have time to waste on a bunch of books that you don't like or don't really care about finishing or just aren't your jam. So give yourself permission to DNF. It will like totally liberate you because there is like no moral obligation. Unless you're doing like an ARC review, then you should probably finish the book because someone like asked you to read it and review it. Otherwise, it is okay to not finish a book. Number 9 is read book reviews and watch YouTube channels that do book reviews because enthusiasm is contagious. So they say, I think. And if you like read stuff by people who like read a lot of books and love books, then you're probably gonna like feel more inspired to read more. So especially like booktube, and I promise I'm not like shameless plugging myself here. I'm talking about like actual booktubers that do like actual book reviews. Number 10 is set goals for yourself because goals are like a direction. But you also have to have like a plan, which is why like setting like a time to read is like a good idea too. It like goes along with like the setting goals thing. Say you're gonna read like 10 pages a day or a chapter a day or a chapter a week, whatever like fits into your schedule. You know, you'll like meet those little goals and you can make bigger goals, and it just like helps you feel good and it like gives you like a sense of direction. So set goals, it's a good thing, it's great. Number 11, join a community. That's a thing that people do. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should take my own advice there. But there's Goodreads, there's library thing. You could try like maybe your local library has a group. There's also book clubs. Round up a few of your friends and persuade them to read a book with you. It's good fun for everyone, and like really just having people that are like doing the same thing or like into the same things as you is like motivating. It's like a psychological thing or something. I don't know. I didn't study psychology, but I just know there's a thing. Number 12, buy yourself some swag. We're ending this on an American note, people. Buy things. No, seriously, like, I don't know. It's just like fun, kind of motivating, kind of a technique actually to like, if you invest a little bit of money in something, you're more likely to do that thing. It doesn't work for everybody. It works for some people. If you're one of those people, then like buy yourself, I don't know, a new reading light or like an Audible subscription or like a new coffee mug so you can like drink your beverages while you read. I don't know, whatever works. Like get yourself a little something to make it special. Bookmarks are fun. I usually just use like receipts and stuff, but like the fancy bookmarks I have, like I don't want to like ruin them, but maybe you like using fancy bookmarks. That's cool too. So, you know, can't hurt to have some swag. So get some swag. Yeah. So there you go. There is 12 ways to fall back in love with reading again. I hope you found this helpful, entertaining, insulting, I don't know. If you have found that like reading is no longer as fun as it once was, you're not alone, and it is okay. And there are definite ways to get back into it again. So go find some fun books and have some fun with it, and it's gonna be great. And also like, share, subscribe, all the things. If you like this video and you wanna see others like it. Oh man, I've fallen into like the typical like sign off stuff. Well, you know, whatever. Keep it weird. Yeah. Let me do that. Oh, number 7. Number 7. One more time. This is so fun. But Oh, number 7. I forgot my line. America. Fuck yeah. I'm gonna save motherfucking day, yeah. That's really loud.